that you're having a good time and that you're adjusting to life away from home. I am looking for independent, motivated students who have supportive parents and are able or willing or sometimes even want to move away from home for a very short period of life in order to be successful for the career. We offer the same programs in Laramie, Wyoming that we offer over here in Blairsville, Pennsylvania. Auto, diesel, collision. Since we live on the eastern half of the United States, nearly all of my students that want to learn auto, diesel, or collision would attend school in Blairsville, Pennsylvania. Again, from where we stand here, guys, it's 250 miles or so. Greater Pittsburgh area. For those of you that want to learn motorcycles or boats, guess what? Down here in Florida, they have a little bit of a longer season than we have up here in Michigan, right? You can ride a motorcycle almost year-round out there. You can definitely be on a boat almost year-round down there. So there might be some better opportunities, and certainly the warmer climate tends to, in a lot of ways, be a better situation, especially in a learning environment for motorcycles or boats. Nonprofit or for-profit schools. Well, I can tell you this, guys. Wyotech is the largest nonprofit transportation technology school in the country. Our other big competitors are UTI, which you guys may have heard of, maybe not, and Lincoln Tech. Okay, and they're both good schools, but they're for-profit schools, whereas Wyotech is different. We are a nonprofit school. So what that means is we don't answer to a board of directors, we don't answer to stockholders in New York City. Our goal is not to make a profit off of your education. Our goal is twofold: to produce really high quality technicians is number one, and number two is to keep the industry filled with these quality technicians. Okay? It's not our job to make a buck or turn a profit. We're a nonprofit school. One of the advantages of that, you guys, is we keep the cost down as low as we possibly can for you. So we're significantly less expensive than some of your other opportunities, okay? Forbes named Wyotech, and we were the only tech school, transportation technical school, one of the top 30 two-year trade schools in 2017. Now, we have no affiliation with Forbes magazine, and in case you don't know who Forbes magazine is, they are one of the most popular business magazines in the nation. And they put out a list of what all the best traditional schools are every year. And they noticed in this particular year, hey, nobody's really pointing out where do you get a trade or a skill, and who are the best schools for that. So this is the first year this came out, and guess what? Not only were we in the top 30, we're in the top 25 in the nation. We're very, very proud of that. That was hundreds and hundreds of schools, and Forbes went and ranked Wyotech one of the 25 very best in the country. Let's do a few more questions here. Automotive technicians spend their days changing oil and installing mufflers. Is that a fact or a myth? That's a myth. Automotive technicians are highly skilled problem solvers. Next question. This is for a prize again. The most advanced tool you will use in the auto industry or the diesel industry is a wrench. My man in the John Deere cap, why is that a myth? There you go. Good catch. You got to talk. We got to talk after class, man. I like those skills you got. Okay. There's computers. There's computers all over the. Yes, you have to be hands-on. Yes, you have to know how to handle a wrench. But nowadays, folks, you got to understand how to use the computers too. And guess what? Your generation is primed and ready to go. You guys understand computers better than any generation before you, but probably not as well as the generations coming up are going to know, right? Fact or myth? Career in the auto diesel industry is a dead-end job. Well, I've already covered that with you. Look at the growth in these areas, especially diesel and auto body. Diesel technicians is expected growth, that says between 2014 and 2024. Okay, so this is over the next 7 or 8 years of our lives here, guys. 12% growth in diesel, 9% growth in auto collision, 6% growth in motorcycles, 5% growth in automotive, 2.7% growth in marine tech. You guys, many other career fields are negative. In other words, there aren't jobs waiting for people when they graduate from college, right? And there are a huge number of people that are trained in a specific area, and the world's like, well, we don't really need that particular skill right now. Okay? What we need is people who know how to solve problems, who are good with their hands, know how to work on cars, trucks, bikes, and boats. That's a huge need in our country right now. Here's some of our partners. You guys have heard of some of these small companies, right? Like Mack, Penske, Ford Motor Company. How about Mazda? We have a really, really nice partnership with Mazda where you can actually do volunteer training and learn Mazda technology if you're in the automotive areas at our school. Fact or myth, I can't afford to go to school. I got to tell you guys, we're going to spend a minute on this because I find this super duper important, especially if you're a first generation person in your family making their way to higher education. My grandfather, when he was alive, used to say to me, I wish you hadn't had to take out so many student loans, and are you doing okay on money? And man, it's such a shame that it costs so much money to get a college education in the world that we live in today. And I'd help you if I could, you know, and proud of you that you got a college education, but man, it's just so expensive, okay? Well, I gotta tell you guys, the times have changed, okay? The federal government has stepped in, and part of the reason why they offer you financial aid is so that you're not on welfare or different things like that later in life, so that you have a skill and that you're able to earn money, okay? The other thing that's changed in the last several years is that these loans are very low interest and they're paid back over a certain stretch of time, unlike what happened to me and people in my generation where maybe we were taking loans out for 40 or 42 years. That doesn't happen with students that attend WyoTech. Okay, your repayment on your loans is a short period of time, it's a low interest rate, and I got news for you. If you work directly with me, I'm going to help you find scholarships. I'm going to introduce you to the right people to get you help when it comes to the financial aid, and we're going to make sure it's affordable for you. Okay, so it is very affordable to go to school nowadays, and I got to tell you, if I have more time, I'd show you how it actually costs you more money over the course of your life to not go to school and get a higher education beyond high school than it does if you don't. It costs you more money to not get a higher education after high school than it does, right? I think I made my point. Look at all these different ways we can help you pay. Federal Pell Grant, Zenith Student Grant. Folks, our students who live in the Blairsville, Pennsylvania campus, they do not have to pay for housing. In other words, my students pay for what I call the 4 F's. Food, fuel, fun, and phone. And I know some of you are laughing because you're saying the 4 F's, but phone starts with the P. That's okay, we're not an academic school, so nobody's really checking my spelling on the word phone, okay? Your housing's covered, your rent's covered, your electric bill's covered, the use of your tools are covered while you're in school. There's a ton of fun stuff to do. You get your own private apartment room. You share with 4 other people in the apartment, but you get your own bedroom. Okay, so we treat you like an adult, and you're allowed to really take advantage of all the opportunities that are there. It's a wonderful place, guys. Fact or myth? Jessie Combs is a famous graduate of WyoTech. She's really made a great career for herself, including setting the women's 4-wheel speed record at an average speed of 392 miles an hour. How about this gentleman, Mark Christ? Okay, he's currently the host of Detroit Muscle, right? If you've ever seen Power Nation or anything like that, right? We got a guy who's hosting Detroit Muscle, all right? Mr. Mark Christ, he's a pretty famous graduate of ours too. How about you? Okay, what does your future hold? What is going to be a good fit for what you're looking for? If you have sincere interest, if you want to spend a little bit of time talking with me, I'm just going on 43 minutes right now, so I got 2 minutes left, guys, and we'll wrap it up. Okay? Explore your options. So get these iPads back out. Here they are again. Notice there's no signage on there. Okay? go ahead and flip those things over and tell me the rest of what you got there. So it'll ask you, very interested, curious and undecided, or I'm already all set, no thanks, I want to do something else besides the transportation industry. Okay? What's next? Well, first of all, for those of you that do have sincere interest and you mark it up on your card, come up here and grab some of this information from me. Okay? Talk to me for a minute or two, guys. I don't bite. I'm a nice guy. I truly am a nice guy, okay? I will spend a few moments with you. I'll get some information so I know who I'm going to follow up with. I'm a busy guy. I got all of this. I got the whole eastern half and a little bit of Ohio, okay? The whole half of Michigan and a pretty good hunk of Ohio. So I'm a busy guy, but I'm never too busy for juniors or seniors that have sincere interest and want to talk to me or get some advice about what to look for. Okay, when you go home, you take this stuff home and you share it with your parents. Okay, talk to your counselor. She knows who I am. I've shared some information with her. Contact me. I am excited to talk with you. I love helping students make their way to WyoTech. I'm very, very proud to be working at WyoTech. I just think it's the greatest place for an automotive student to attend. Don't take my word for it. Come out and see us. We've got an open house coming September 16th. I will be there on that date. I want you to come too. We would have to set some things up for you to make it as easy as possible for you, so make sure that you reach out to me. The other thing that's extremely important is you have to graduate high school, right? We got to get through senior year. Most counselors recommend that you know by Christmas time where you're going to go to college. So it's not too early to reach out to me. It's not too early. I'll sit down with you and your family. We'll set it up, but I'll sit down with you and your family when the time's good for you. I typically work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings, and all day Saturdays. Okay? And I can run some Thursday or Fridays if that works best for your family. But typically I'm running Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and all day Saturday. I'm starting at about 9 or 10 in the morning. And so I'll go till about 4 or 5 o'clock on a Saturday. Okay, but I want to meet with you guys. I am busy. I'm never too busy with someone who has a sincere interest in this area, in these areas. Again, this is me, Dustin Whitman. Make sure you spend a few moments up here with me today if you have high interest or if you just need some advice. I'm glad to help you there as well. Okay, high school field admissions, that's my email address. This stuff is all on my business card and it's all up here for you guys to pick up, okay, or take with you. So thank you so much for your time again, Mr. Jones. Thanks again. I really love coming in here and talking with your students. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. If you have any questions, I'm excited to answer them for you right now. Do you have a question?